Chapter 6: The Agenda. The temptation to squander such a mandate on energy-sapping pursuits like demonizing the outgoing Congress will be overwhelming. It will need superhuman efforts to control the pent-up frustration, especially among cadres, and the deep resentment Modi has harbored against the Gandhi family. All indications are that Modi is unlikely to fritter away his hard-earned social capital in vendetta. He may not have said so explicitly, but the man is looking at a minimum of 2 terms in office. It is in his and the BJP's interest to use this period to alter the status quo as much as possible. Already, he has redefined his own party. This has been most visible in Uttar Pradesh, where he has freed the party from the control of the upper caste, and nationally, where he has successfully overcome the internal challenge of more experienced rivals who have the inside track in New Delhi. It is likely that he will work on his promise of creating a new compact in Indian politics, one which is less adversarial. Setting the tone at a rally in Vadodara, one of the 2 constituencies from which he won, Modi said, "There is no enemy in politics. I want to assure everyone that we will want to take them along." Modi seems to have already worked his magic on foreign investors. The stock market's behavior on counting day suggested as much. And he now has to work on improving domestic sentiment. He also has to rework the binary nature of political discourse in the country, especially since the debate has been couched as trade-offs between development and environment, or growth and equity. During the campaign, he hinted at a new paradigm, wherein states would be partners in governance. That could assure the passage and implementation of critical legislation, such as the single goods and service tax. If Modi's record in Gujarat is any indication, he will try to launch a few big-ticket projects. These could unleash a multiplier effect, just like Yashwant Sinha's boost to housing did in late 1990s. The outgoing UPA has bequeathed a fragile economy with glaring gaps in its infrastructure. But this also means there are low-hanging fruits that any administration with a determined political leadership can easily harvest. Going by Modi's governance style, these are likely to be addressed within finite deadlines through a series of public pronouncements. It is evident that the Indian voter has delivered an epochal verdict. It is now for Modi to seize the moment. History will judge him accordingly.